What do we know about sources of human motivation? From the works of Sigmund Freud, we know that a man is driven by earth and thanatos, the attraction to love and death. In various forms of thinking, we encounter these two directions everywhere. If we analyze and summarize all the songs written, most of them will be about love, but the question of death is not so often present in lyrics. In the fine arts, the situation is also quite uncertain and there is some imbalance. People don't like to talk about death and discuss the question of the finitude of their existence. It's really strange why the topic of death evokes so many negative emotions, because the vast majority of people on the planet are believers, belonging to one or another religious group. Each of the beliefs speaks of some kind of an afterlife, and a much better world awaits them there, without all the chaos of deprivation and problems that existed during life. It's funny actually, because the question arises, why do you cry at funerals? After all, the one you bury goes to the better world without suffering or needs. You're crying for yourself, my dears. You feel sorry for yourself because the deceased person no longer keeps you afloat in this crazy cycle of life's madness. I know that you are scared, and this is normal, because you're trying to find support in those people around you. However, there's comes a time when we have to learn to rely on our own strength in matters of protection from negative thoughts, loneliness, and melancholy. In fact, we have always been and remain lonely since our birth, because our brain is unique and no one understands us as well as we do. The best thing we can do is accept the fact that there is only the present moment in which you need to live and enjoy what you have, while developing your own potential in all available ways, because the death will inevitably come and no one knows where exactly.
Greetings. Let me tell you a few words about this mask. I made this mask about 2 years ago. Here I used only the classic paper mache technique without any additional paper clay. I sculpted this mask based on the shape of my own face, and I tried to create a metallic effect using silver paint and a varnish. The idea of the mask was borrowed from the movie The Death Race, released in 2008, if I remember correctly. Looks familiar to me. And this little fellow is a zombie bust. I made this bust in a rather unusual way. This was actually one of the first serious works in sculpture, and I acted intuitively. I sculpted the neck out of a plasticine and separately made a paper mache model based on it, and then attached to a separately made skull out of paper mache, and then further increased some meat from this neck. I painted it with ordinary gouache paints and covered it with varnish. Of course, the teeth I had to sculpt separately and to insert it like a dentist. Not a bad decoration for a Halloween, isn't it? Write in the comments what do you think about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.